Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour. It's your old friend here, Beau James. Some people like to call me the King of Kingsport. What an exciting 30 minutes of action we got right here today. You're going to see Scott Sterling. We're going to hear words from him. We're going to hear from the new TV champion, Jake Booth, right here today. We're going to see Equalizer Krunch in action as he takes on the very impressive newcomer to SSW. I'm talking about Nate Diamond. We're going to see the #1 challenger for the ladies title. I'm talking about Misty James right here in this program. We're going to tell you how you can bring Southern States Wrestling and All-Star Wrestling to your town, raise money for your youth organization, your ball team, your community center, your rescue squad, fire department, whatever you need to raise money. We're going to tell you about that. Somebody's already cashed in on that by sending an email, making a phone call this week. Stickleyville, Virginia, Saturday night, September 6th. Get ready. We're coming to the community center in Stickleyville, Virginia, the old elementary school there. First time wrestling has been in Stickleyville since 1991. That is a long time, and we're bringing a great card right there. And I'm going to tell you a match that I would like to see in Stickleyville, and I know that Jake Booth's all for it, but how about Jake Booth defending the television title against Scott Sterling, or Jake and Ray Idle defending the Southern States tag titles against Frank Parker and Scott Sterling? One of those two matches may happen right there. I'm going to tell you the card next week as the matchmakers are putting everything together. Mentioned him there, Scott Sterling, I've known for many, many years. I reffed his very first professional wrestling match. He was a fan favorite around here for many years. And then something happened to him. His attitude changed. The way he looked at his philosophy of wrestling changed. Him and Frank Parker got together, and you can see right here on your screen some of the damage that they did to legendary star Demolition Axe. What about the beating they put on the Rock and Roll Express last year? They've beat up Jimmy Valiant. They've beat up me. They've beat up a lot of people, but Scott Sterling has some kind of grudge against all the young wrestlers, in particular Jake Booth, because Jake has been able to pull some upset victories against Scott Sterling, which I do not consider them upsets now that Jake has proven he is championship material. But Scott Sterling sent in some video this week, and he wanted it to be aired, and we're fair, we're going to air it here. You're going to see that mean streak of Scott Sterling. We're going to hear from Scott Sterling as he has words for Jake Booth and myself, and then you're going to hear from your new TV champion, Jake Booth.
It's on television today, right here. You got it, Southern States Wrestling. We're glad you're tuned in, turned on, and check it out, the action. Hard-hitting professional wrestling right there at his very finest. Scott Sterling opening up now on this young man, but this guy he's just bouncing right back up, taking more punishment. You got to give it to the young man. He knows this is a big match in his career right here on television with Southern States Wrestling, challenging for the Tennessee title, and he is going to fight with everything he can. And Sterling now is just opening up an assault here. Well, that's a tremendous mistake if they have underestimated Alex Everinos, because he is a tremendous young competitor, as he's showing already in this matchup here. Sterling now, raking and digging at the eyes and facial features of Everinos.
But I know how tough my brother is, and I know that he can definitely take all the punishment he gives out. But, you know, like you said, it doesn't make it any easier to sit back and watch.
Sterling's just grinding his forearm across Jake's nose and eyes right there. Just absolutely grinding his elbow in his face. Nothing scientific about it. That's not a wrestling hold. It's just downright being brutal. Just like that headbutt right there. Downright brutal. But it hurts Sterling as well. And Jake realizes it. Jake's firing shots in. Jake's fighting with everything he's got. And Scott Sterling, with a hard kick right to the midsection, stops that momentum dead. Scott Sterling now bringing Jake back over. Irish whip to the near side. He dropped his head too early. Sunset flip being attempted here. And he got him over. There was two only on that one.
Scott Sterling kicked Jake's head with both of his feet, and he gets Jake Booth down with a
Irish whip reversal and a big elbow right to the jaw. Chris Norris just can't seem to catch a break right here, Joe Wheeler.
No doubt about that, as Scott Sterling now moving back in on Norris. Caught him with a hard shot right there as well, as Norris is definitely in trouble at the hands of Scott Sterling. Sterling now brings this man back up and caught him with another big forearm blow right to the top of the head. Scott Sterling is being relentless here. And they're not called the cripplers for nothing. They know how to hurt somebody and hurt them fast. But Chris Norris is firing back. Oh, and just that fast. A rake across the eyes as Scott Sterling has the match well back under control.
That's all it takes is just one dirty move from Scott Sterling, and that run is just ended from Chris Norris. He thought he had something building up, and it just got destroyed by that one rake of the eyes. As we see Scott Sterling using that rope to choke him out, and now he's using his boot to choke him out. Scott Sterling just showing a blatant disregard for the rule book right here.
Sterling with a snapmare takeover into a reverse chinlock position on Norris, as he's going to wear this young man down a little bit, try to stop some of that momentum, try to take a little of that fire out of him, if you will. Fans, we're glad you're tuned in, turned on, and checking out Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour. No matter how you may be joining us, whether it's on Heartland Television in the Tri-Cities or on Facebook, Blip TV, we do appreciate you turning in, and we'd love to hear your feedback. Please send us an email. Go to kingofkingsport.com and drop us an email. Let us know what you enjoy about Southern States Wrestling. Oh, Norris just that fast. He thought he had escaped. He thought he had found his back door, and just that fast, Scott Sterling shut that door on him, Dakota.
There we go. Double eye rake right here. Is Frank Parker distracting the referee? Here we go. Scott Sterling
and drove his man down right there. This is probably going to do it as the Cripplers take home another victory.
And Scott Sterling making sure of that by going over and knocking Shane Royal out of the ring. And now they're just still going to town on Chris Norris as if he hasn't had enough. And Shane Royal trying to help his partner out, and this immediately gets thrown out of the ring. And
Shane Royal may be badly injured. Scott Sterling, come on in here. I know there's a lot going on. You guys losing the tag team titles, but Jake says things are not done as far as he's concerned.
It's not done. Probably the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me in my career. That punk, Jake Booth, slipped one over on me. You seen it. The fans seen it. Pulling my trunks, keeping my shoulders to the mat. But next time, I don't care what it takes. You will not make a name for yourself on my shoulders. You will not come into my sport with the expressway to the top. This time, I'm putting an end to you before your career gets started. Jake Booth, you can hide behind your uncle. You can hide behind the rest of your family. There's no more hiding. I've got some revenge to dish out on you for the embarrassment that you caused me. Beau James, you get in my way, you know what happens, brother.
Hello, Mountain Empire. Jake Booth here. First of all, I just want to thank you guys for the never-ending support that you've given me and my family the past 2 years that I've been wrestling. I told you for weeks that I was going to become the new TV champion, and here I stand with this beautiful trophy. I told you for months that me and Ray Idol were going to capture these tag team championships, and look what happened. And I want to thank you guys so much for the 2 years of support that you've given me and the past 25 years of support you've given my family. Now, Scott Sterling, you've made it known and you've made it very clear you're out to stop me. You're out to stop my family. You're out to hurt every single one of us. Well, I've got a contract, and all it takes is that signature. I'm ready anytime you are. Whether you and Frank Parker or one of your goons want to come after the tag belts, or if you want to come after the TV championship, I'm ready when you are.
There you heard from Scott Sterling and Jake Booth, and I got to tell you, Scott, I know you're watching just like Jake said. Jake is not hiding behind me. I'm not even involved in the situation between the two of you. I have my own personal reasons to come after you, Scott Sterling, but I'm going to let Jake Booth handle you right now. So Stickleyville, Virginia, Saturday night, September 6th, I think would be great to put those two in the ring for that television title right over there in the hills of Southwest Virginia. Now, when we come back, we're going to tell you about all the upcoming events around the Mountain Empire, plus you're going to hear from and see in action the very dangerous Krunch the Equalizer.
My name is Tim Young, and this is my marketing firm. We represent clients all over the globe. And And like the king of Kingsport, I'm the king of marketing. So if you need anything, web design, social media, commercials, advertising, creative, jingles, I'll write a jingle right now to show you how good I am. It'll be in the next commercial. Tim Young's unnamed marketing firm. You need us.
Calvary Baptist Church, 1238 Pine Street, Kingsport, Tennessee. Regular schedule of services: Sunday, 9:15 a.m. for Bible study fellowship class for all ages. 10:30 a.m. worship. 6 p.m. blast for children, wake for youth. Sunday night life for adults. Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. children and youth activities. 3D Bible study for adults.
If you are part of a non-profit organization, listen to this. You now have the opportunity to bring the wrestling TV stars to your town and make money for your group. Over the past 2 decades, Southern States Wrestling has helped raise money for church groups, schools, ball teams, volunteer fire departments, children's hospitals, Ronald McDonald House, scout troops, and many more. Our staff is waiting to hear from you and get started on what could be your biggest fundraiser to date. Southern States Wrestling and your group are the perfect tag team to raise the funds you need.
The TV stars of the Power Half Hour are coming to a town near you. Get ready, Morristown, Tennessee, Kingsport, Tennessee, and Gray, Tennessee. Big cards of action coming to your town very soon. Scott County and Lee County, Virginia, get ready. An all-star card is coming. Saturday, September the 6th. Bell time, 7:30 p.m. The Community Center in Stickleyville, Virginia. Beau and Misty James, Jake Booth, Scott Sterling, Frank Parker, Stan Lee, Ladies Champion Rebecca Lynn, and many more are coming to Stickleyville. EWC has a big card Saturday night, August 30th, Carver Rec Center, Johnson City, Tennessee, featuring stars from Southern States Wrestling. It's a big night of action. Friday night, August 29th, Russell County Fair, Castlewood, Virginia. The Iron Cross, Beau and Misty James, Stan Lee, Joe Briggs, Scott Sterling, The Farmer's Daughter. It's a big afternoon card. All-Star Wrestling returns to the Carroll County Fair, Hillsville, Virginia. Sunday, August 24th, 2 p.m. bell time. It's an all-star card you do not want to miss. The TV stars are coming to a town near you. Don't miss the action. Be there. There you saw where you can see the TV stars of the Power Half Hour coming to a town near you. I'm so excited to be back over in Castlewood, Virginia this year for the Russell County Fair. Me and Misty were booked out of town last year and we missed the Castlewood Fair. We're going to be right there. We're going to be in Hillsville, and I'm excited about Saturday night, September 6th, Stickleyville, Virginia, not far away from where my granny grew up, right over there in Fairview, Virginia, not far away from where Misty grew up in Scott County, Virginia, so we got a lot of ties over there. It's going to be a big night, Saturday night, September 6th. Now listen to me again. We've told you earlier, we're giving you the email address. It's on the screen right now. If you're part of a fire department, a school, a ball team, a scout troop, a church, anybody that needs to raise money, any nonprofit organization out there, send me an email. I will get right back to you and we will get wrestling in your town and help you raise some money for the organization that you're working for. And we like helping communities all across the Mountain Empire, all across Southwest Virginia, East Tennessee, parts of Kentucky, parts of North Carolina. This is our home right here. We're proud of it. You have supported us for 23 years and we love giving back to the community. Now let's talk about a situation that's been going on around here for a few weeks. If you remember, Outlaw, Chick White, and Krunch the Equalizer, the Death Riders, you know, they're hired hitmen. Jake Booth hired them not too long ago to be his partners in a 6-man tag grudge match. Then it was right around just a few months later that they beat up Jake Booth because Frank Parker paid them to do it. They're out for the money. It doesn't matter who pays them. As long as you meet their price, they come after whoever you want and they will try to hurt them. Just like they did DeAndre Jackson, and they put Jackson out because Kyle Cool, the Southern States heavyweight champion, had sent a check to the Death Riders. Last week and the week before, you've heard Krunch say that check was no good. You have seen Kyle Cool run away and not want to face Krunch, and I know all across the area here where they've been wrestling, neither one of them share the dressing room. Kyle Cool stays far away from them. Krunch and Chick both, very tough individuals. Great tag team. They'd rather beat up a man than love a woman. And right now you're going to see Krunch the Equalizer in action against Nate Diamond.
I tell you what, he's in the ring with one of the meanest, nastiest competitors ever in the history of Southern States Wrestling. No question about that. Krunch is he is double tough and a rugged veteran, no question. As Nate Diamond now has pulled Krunch into a side headlock position. Krunch now into a top wrist lock and brings it right over there. And it looked like he may have grabbed a handful of hair perhaps in order to get that break. I'm not sure, Dakota.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit, Joe, if Krunch did grab a handful of his hair. But Nate Diamond is not really complaining about it that much. He just wants the match to get going. Krunch, I guess, showing the referee exactly what he did. But I'm not sure if that's going to get the referee on Krunch's good side or not. But Nate Diamond going to work on that left arm of Krunch. Big leg drop right on that arm, and he's staying in control, working on that left arm with some sort of submission hold as he's helping Krunch get back up to his feet. He's continuing to go to work on that arm.
Nate Diamond staying focused on that arm of Krunch, and Krunch made it into the ropes right there, necessitating the break. Fans, we're glad you tuned in, turned on, and checking out Southern States Wrestling, no matter how you may be joining us. As always, a lot going on here in SSW. Be sure to join us July. Krunch is taking care of business in the ring. Big clothesline right there on Nate Diamond, as Nate now finds himself in a lot of trouble here, as Krunch loves to work you over and put a hurting on you. He's digging into those trapezius muscles. This is one of the favorite moves of Krunch, is he loves to dig in there and get hold of those trapezius muscles, those nerves that are running in that neck and that spinal column, and put a hurting on you, and he is digging in.
And Nate Diamond is not liking this at all as he works his way back up to his feet. Gives an elbow to the stomach, off the ropes, catches a big knee to his stomach as he flips over frontwards. Krunch going back to work with a chokehold. He already had Nate Diamond on his back. I would have just went for a pin, but I guess that wasn't good enough for Krunch as he felt the need to use a dirty tactic and go for the chokehold. So now he's going to work on that left leg, and Nate Diamond trying to reverse this and get the odds back in his favor. Is Krunch biting his foot? He's biting his foot?
Yeah, you saw that right. I did too. Krunch will bite you, pinch you, poke you, gouge you in any way, shape, form, or fashion he can. If there's a way to hurt somebody, Krunch and Chick White know how to do it, as they have made their lifetime out of hurting people. And he's doing it again, biting right down on that boot. I guess he's got hold of that big toe.
I suppose so, Joe. Personally, I'm not that big of a fan of feet, but I guess Krunch doesn't mind it that much as he gives a big kick right to the back of the thigh, the hamstring area, as he gets Nate Diamond into the corner, throws him into the other one, and Nate Diamond is able to move, gets a roll-up pin. There's a 1, a 2, and Krunch kicks out.
I tell you what, I know Krunch is falling on a little bit of a financial trouble since he's been trying to cash that check of Kyle Cool, so maybe he's just hungry. I mean, maybe he's not trying to hurt him as much as he is just trying to get a little snack there. I don't know, but Nate Diamond now firing in a series of shots. He's got Krunch into the ropes now. Irish whip across, and Krunch comes across, caught him right there with that DDT. This could do it. Referee's in, and there he got him right there. No doubt about it, Krunch is your winner.
Right there, you see the replay of that big DDT from Krunch to Nate Diamond.
Another big victory there for you, Krunch. I know you are accustomed to getting that hand raised, but the real question on my mind is, have you been able to get that check cashed yet?
I haven't got a hold of Kyle Cool yet. All I want to do is talk to you, Kyle. See what's going on here. Listen, we've tried to cash this check. Chick's in jail right now still for trying to pass bad checks down Hamlin County. We want our money. Like I said, dirty deeds done dirt cheap, not free. I'm going to find him, Joe. We're going to get to the bottom.
There you have it, fans. Krunch is still looking for his money. Kyle Cool's got himself in a world of trouble. Fans, we're back right after this timeout.
Is it on? Okay, in my last commercial, I said that I could make a jingle about it. Don't leave the room and we're filming. And you probably didn't think that I had an accordion, but I do. So I wanted to make a theme song for Southern States Wrestling. That'll be the jingle. The jingle is the theme song to Southern States Wrestling. We're gonna make it right now. This accordion. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
91 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont hält man für UFOs.
Attention Mountain Empire. Do you have a business, website, products, or an event to promote? Let us help you reach the masses with TV and internet ads. For just a few dollars a week, we offer commercial spots on Southern States Wrestling, reaching over 150,000 homes in the Mountain Empire and the world with YouTube. Don't wait. Jump on this opportunity now to reach a large audience for an affordable price. Email sswking@aol.com for all the info. Advertising packages you cannot afford to pass up.
With the economy changing almost daily and not always for the best, let Hassie'sKitchenTable.com keep your food budget under control. Leave the work up to us as we find inexpensive recipes, cooking, and shopping tips. You will soon have all the tips, ideas, recipes you need to feed your family well on a budget and have fun while doing it.
Scott County and Lee County, Virginia, get ready. An all-star card is coming. Saturday, September the 6th. Bell time, 7:30 p.m. The Community Center in Stickleyville, Virginia. Beau and Misty James, Jake Booth, Scott Sterling, Frank Parker, Stan Lee, Ladies Champion Rebecca Lynn, and many more are coming to Stickleyville. EWC has a big card Saturday night, August 30th, Carver Rec Center, Johnson City, Tennessee, featuring stars from Southern States Wrestling. It's a big night of action. Friday night, August 29th, Russell County Fair, Castlewood, Virginia. The Iron Cross, Beau and Misty James, Stan Lee, Joe Briggs, Scott Sterling, The Farmer's Daughter. It's a big afternoon card. All-Star Wrestling returns to the Carroll County Fair, Hillsville, Virginia. Sunday, August 24th, 2 p.m. bell time. It's an all-star card you do not want to miss. There you saw again where we're going to be coming around the Mountain Empire. So excited, these fairs, just a few of them left before the fair and festival season's over with. Stickleyville, Virginia, I'm excited about it. Been telling you about it the whole program. Saturday night, September 6th, Stickleyville. It's right there on the Scott County, Lee County line, just outside of Duffield. It's going to be a big, big night of wrestling over there. And everybody watching on Heartland TV and everybody watching on Heritage TV over there in Southwest Virginia. We hope to see each and every one of you. Don't forget, email me right here. sswking@aol.com. I'll get right back with you with all the information on how you can bring the TV stars to a town that you're needing to raise funds in. We're so happy to help you out there. Now let's talk about Southwest Virginia again here just for a moment. Misty James is from Gate City, Virginia. She's raised right around Scott County, living in Nicholsville. Daniel Boone, you got to be real Scott County to know where Daniel Boone's at. But she's the pride of Scott County, Virginia, and she's chasing the new ladies champion, Rebecca Lynn. What I want to do is take a look right now at just some of the talent, some of the tough ladies that Misty has battled here just this year, probably the last 12, 14 months, maybe a little bit longer a year. Let's take a look at some of the tough ladies and some of the awards that Misty James has won here in the last several months. There you saw just some of the tough ladies that Misty James has competed against here in the last 12, 14 months around the country. Got to tell you this, we got a lot of emails. I did a radio program this week with my good friend Terry Sims up in Louisville, Kentucky, and he was asking about the awards that Misty and myself have received here in the last 2 years, and want to explain. I had a lot of emails, a lot of social media messages. Last March of 2013, we were presented the Legends Award by the Gulf Coast Wrestlers Reunion, and this past June in Las Vegas, Nevada, we were presented the Husband and Wife Lifetime Achievement Award for Professional Wrestling by the prestigious Cauliflower Alley Club out there in Vegas. It means a whole lot to us that our heroes that we got to grow up and be in the same business with, same profession with, think enough of us, respect us enough to give us these kind of awards. And I'm just, you know, without the people right here in the Mountain Empire pushing us, behind us, cheering for us, wanting us to succeed, we would have never made it to those successful awards. And thank you very much for all the years you have supported not only me, not only my family, not only all the wrestlers here, but Southern States Wrestling. Like I said before, we want to give back to the communities that have given so much to us. Email me right here. Let's bring wrestling to your town. Let's raise some money for your ball team, your volunteer fire department, your police department, your church, whatever you need to raise money for. Email me. I'll get right back with you. Now, next week, we're going to follow up some more. Here's some more from Krunch the Equalizer, and Kyle Cool, the Southern States champion, will be putting his title on the line right here next week. Dakota Booth will be here next week with a very, very special set of guests. You do not want to miss that. And Dakota also is going to interview Misty James right here about her ongoing battles with Rebecca Lynn. Remember, if you miss us at any time, youtube.com/King of Kingsport. Go back and watch any episode. Thank you very much wherever across the world you're watching us or right around the Mountain Empire. God bless each and every one of you. Jesus saves.